can foreigners buy a condo in Thailand?
Of course, a foreigner can buy a condominium in Thailand. The foreigner can own only 49 units.
Can I just set up a company just to buy the apartment, or I have to?
Correct, you can.
Or I have to do some business here?
Nope.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Good morning, Edward.
Nice
to meet you again. Nice to meet you again, of course.
Hello everyone, welcome to Vize Counselor. We are the law firms based in Thailand, in Bangkok, in Samui, and we have a branch in Sweden and also in China.
So really appreciate the last interview that you made about the opening the company.
The pleasure is all mine.
And I think we're going to come back there again, but we will still give it a little bit more time and then we get into details for the company.
Sure.
This time I wanted to open this kind of conversation about buying a condo in Thailand.
Okay, cool.
The buying of property maybe is more wide topic to talk about.
Correct.
I mean the
so
house
that's specific, correct.
and the condo, there is so many questions to talk, and I think the easier one will be to start with a condo.
Correct.
So can foreigners buy a condo in Thailand?
Of course, a foreigner can buy a condominium in Thailand, like buying in their personal name. Yeah, 100% owned, easy.
And I heard there is some kind of a difference in terms of condo and apartment.
Actually, condominium and apartment. Okay, condominium is that the developer or the project owner have to register it as a condominium. Okay, and apartment maybe they not register it. Okay, so in terms of to distinguish between what is condominium, what is apartment, is that are you register it under the Condominium Act or not?
All right, as a foreigner I can buy the condo only.
Yes.
Right? Okay. I was researching about different types of titles for the condo. Like it can be a foreign ownership, or it can be a company ownership, or it can be a Thai ownership. Could you just tell the difference and what's the best? Location is a key factor when buying a condo in Thailand. In Bangkok, the condo center of Thailand, there are several hotspots where you will find premium developments. The prices of condos in Bangkok located next to a metro line may start at 900,000 Thai baht. In this case, we are talking about a tiny studio size, around 30 square meters in a 20 years old building. Away from the central zone of Bangkok, you will find more reasonably priced condos, especially away from public transport. Areas around motorway junctions are now becoming popular in the outskirts of Bangkok when it comes to buying a property. Prices in Bangkok may reach up to 200 million Thai baht, or 380 square meters of super luxury residential on high floor of Mahanakhon building. And what's the best?
Best thing is that, okay, according to the Condominium Act of Thailand, all right, a foreigner like you can buy a condo directly, personally. You don't need a company to buy, you don't need anything. But the only criteria, the only thing that you need to know is that you have to bring the money from overseas country to buy it. Yeah. So by the time you register the condo under your personal name, you need the document called Foreign Exchange Transcript, which is issued by the bank.
Okay.
You know, so it's a document stating that this money is from overseas.
All right.
That's it.
By the bank here in Thailand?
Yeah, of course, the bank in Thailand.
Okay. No, my point is about the ownership. Like I was reading, like the condo have 51% ownership of the Thai.
Okay. That is the Condominium Act again, law. Meaning is that the entire condominium, let's say the entire building have 100 condominium units. The foreigner can own only 49 units.
All right.
Or 49% of the entire building.
Right.
So you can buy. So if you are in that 49%, right? So the developer can sell you maximally 49 unit.
All right.
49 unit or 49%. However, in that 49 unit, the title is your name 100%.
I see.
Correct.
And if it's a Thai, the 51%, is there a way I can buy that apartment which is in 51%? If I have a Thai company, for example?
Correct. That's another story. As a foreigner, to avoid the difficulties, just buy those. You don't need to buy those 51. You just buy that 49.
But let's say I'm in love with that 51 of those, another one available, let's say. Okay. Is there a way to do it?
Yes, so that you have to set up a Thai company to buy it.
But can I just set up a company just to buy the apartment, or I have to?
Correct, you can.
Or I have to do some business here?
Nope, you don't need to. You just set up a company find a Thai partner that will hold 51%.
All right.
And then you use that company to buy a condo.
So it's going to be my Thai company, and I can buy
those 51 left over.
All right, I see. So do I need a lawyer to buy a condo?
As a matter of fact, you don't need to.
Okay.
Okay, to buy a condo in a personal name, right? Normally, the developer or the project owners will manage all the document for you already. So you don't need a lawyer on that, because it's very direct transaction here, right? But if you want to set up a company to buy it, then I believe that in terms of set up a company, you will need a lawyer.
Okay, so the owner, but who gonna arrange all the documents?
The owner, the project owner.
The owner of the condo.
Correct, the project owner. But if you buy a second-hand condominium, then you will need a lawyer.
All right, okay. Do I need a sale agreement? Is there a purchase agreement?
Normally it's been prepared by the seller. But again, if the condo price is high, I suggest very strongly use the lawyer. Because first of all, in a very high expensive condominium, normally the owner sometimes, right, not normally, sometimes they already modify the unit.
Okay.
So, and sometimes is have some problem with the structures of the entire building or not, or those condominium or that condominium already have a problem with some authority.
Okay.
So better check it out before you buy it.
So you don't have any issues later.
Yeah, before you buy it. Again, I would suggest that, but normally this kind of problem is when you buy a second-hand condo.
Okay, I see. It's a big market of second-hand condos.
Correct, it's very big market.
Outside of Bangkok, the next most popular location for condos is Chonburi, which includes Pattaya and Jomtien, the famous beach resorts. Being by the beach is a huge pull, especially for retirees who are looking to avoid the big city lifestyle that becomes with Bangkok. Prices for condos in Pattaya start at 800,000 Thai baht for a small studio in a 20-year-old building. A famous location in Pattaya is in the central area since it has a panorama sea view, close to the walking street and central festival. Condos price in this area is comparable to the central zone of Bangkok. The prices for condos may reach up to 45 million Thai baht for a luxury 240 square meters residential on the 10th floor with 4 bedrooms. What is usually a down payment in Thailand, or it depends?
Depends on the negotiation.
It just depends. And what are the taxes and other payments I should be ready for?
Okay, normally, right, the transferring fee.
Transferring fee.
Or we call it transferring tax, okay, in the land department will cost you around 3% of the selling value or the evaluated value.
I see.
Yeah, depends on which one is higher. Okay, the norm, the standard that we are doing in Thailand here is that the buyer take half, the seller take half of the fee, like 50-50. However, depend on the negotiation too. Sometimes you don't have to pay that.
All right. And again, the procedure of payments. Do I visit myself, the land department branch, or how
You don't need to go. You just appoint a lawyer to go there.
I see.
Yeah, or you can just appoint someone that you can trust to go there. To see is your name on the paper, that's it.
I see. All the papers in Thai.
Yes, but all the paper is in Thai. So better be a lawyer.
Okay. Can you tell me about the so-called Chanod, right?
Chanod is a land title
Land title.
or a condominium title, which is the ownership certificate, let's say. It's an ownership document, ownership certificate, which show who's owned the condo, who's owned the land in the back, and who sells to that owner.
I see.
Or if that condominium has been mortgaged to the bank, or that land have been has some encumbrance, it will show in the back of the title.
So the color of the Chanod, because I heard like there is a red,
Ah,
black,
okay.
and green, is depending on the ownership. If
No,
it's
it's like this, right? In Thailand, but for condominium, you only have the red one anyway. For the condominium, because it's a ownership. The land title in Thailand, or Chanod, so-called Chanod in Thailand, okay, so-called Chanod in Thailand have many type.
All right.
But in condominium, they only have, in
Right.
terms of condominium, they only have one type. The other type is for the land,
I see.
which only I would say that which can be explained very shortly is that first it's a ownership, full ownership. Second is a possessing right, process.
Okay.
Right. You don't have the ownership, but you have the process right. Third, you have only the right to use it, something like that. Okay, that's make long story short. But for the condominium, you only have the ownership right.
So we're gonna come back to the other colors when we make in the video
Okay,
about the
in the
lands.
next video, please. It will be really long to explain this one.
Okay, so and then after I made the payment, after the agreement is signed, I get the blue book, right? Or the green book. Can you tell about that?
Okay, that is very good question. The blue book is called residence evidence.
Okay,
For foreigner, even you have the blue book, you cannot have a name in the blue book.
I see.
The blue book is called Tabian Ban, or we call it house registration document. Okay?
Okay.
It's just an evidence of residency. It's not showing, in terms of law, it's not showing any ownership at all. Okay? However, for foreigner, you cannot have a name in that. For foreigner, you will have to apply for the yellow book.
Yellow book.
It's the same thing, but for foreigner, it's yellow color. But for the Thai people, it's blue color.
I see.
But it's just a proof of residency.
So when I buy the apartment, I get
The most important thing is the Chanod, or the land title, or the condominium title. That's the most important things you must have. The other thing else, you can ask it later.
I get the apartment, I get the permanent residentship, not yet.
Not yet. Permanent residentship, you have to apply later. Again,
I can do it when I have the property here.
you can do it if you being in here for a long time, like 3, 4, 5 years. You don't need to buy a condo to have a residentship.
Are there any benefits of the residentship?
To cut off some pettiness or some bossy process of the visa stuff, that's the only thing that I see, that you have the benefit on that.
All right. So when you buy a condo, is it yours forever?
It
And-
is. It's ownership. It will inherit to your heir, to your son, to your daughters. It will be deemed as an inherit property.
As you mentioned, son or daughter. Let's say I have a Thai wife.
Yes, it will also go to your wife.
How are the laws working in Thailand if, let's say, we divorce?
Okay, that is very good question. Normally, when you marry someone in Thailand and you don't have the prenuptial agreement, if you don't have it, okay, anything you acquired during the marriage period will be deemed as a married property.
I see.
the married properties will be divided into two or half when you divorce. Okay? However, if you use your own money before that you acquire before you're married,
All right.
to buy that condominium, then that condominium after you divorce, of course, it belongs to you 100%.
So then I show you that that money was mine before.
Correct.
I have to prove it.
Correct. If she sue you anyway.
I see.
Normally divorce in Thailand normally you divorce in Thailand, we don't have much of the problem on that because Thai people is, I think Thai lady is very good. So, and they are quite dependent. They are quite independent by their own. So they don't actually, if you marry a good one, I mean, right?
So it means you don't really have so many cases
On that, no.
on that.
However, if you acquire it during your marriage, like by the time you married and then you and then you acquire the money and then you buy the condo, those condominium will be deemed, or these condominium will be deemed as a married property. By the time you divorce, if your ex-wife by that time already sue you, so you have to sell it and then half. Or you give her the money in equivalent to the half price of the condo.
Let's say I found the property, I gave the down payment. Can the seller change it back?
You mean change his mind? I
Change
guess.
his mind?
Normally, no. In the contracts of the we call it reservation document, right? The reservation agreement. In the reservation agreement, normally, well, you should have used someone who knows the law to read it because first of all, to make sure that they cannot change their mind. If they change their mind, they have to repay you with some penalty and the deposit money.
I see.
Plus, if you have the reservation agreement and they change their mind before, so according to the Land Act and according to the law of Thailand, you can submit this reservation document to the land office to freeze the transaction too.
I see.
There are quite a lot of protection in Thailand towards the buyer.
All right, yeah, because we're trying to figure out, is it a good investment?
It is a good investment. Okay, it is very good investment.
In addition to being a popular location for millionaires to have their own villas by the beach, Phuket also has many condo developments. The popular area for expats is in the west inside Patong Beach area with choices of reasonable priced condos. The prices of condos in Phuket start at 1.2 million Thai baht for a small one-bedroom in a 10-year-old building, to a 70 million Thai baht of 240 square meters in a new apartment with 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms with sea view. I mean, of course, maybe you can find some other investment when you can get more money eventually, but it's a stable thing to invest your money.
It's safe.
It's safe.
This one I am very proud of the country that we are in, that we are quite protect the buyer. We are protect.
I own the condo.
Okay.
How much tax do I pay?
No, you don't pay tax
There's no
on
real
the
tax.
condo. You own it because you're living in it, right? Then you don't need to pay tax because you own your residency. Like Thai people own a house, so we live in that house. So we don't need to pay that. But if you use for commercial object, then another story. Then you have to pay your business tax or something like that.
I see. As you mentioned it, let's say I own a condo and I want to give it for rent. So I have to arrange a company to make everything?
No, you don't need to register the company. To rent it out, you don't need. Maybe you own 3, 4, 5 condos in your personal name.
I see.
You don't need to register you don't need to register the company at all.
How do I pay taxes?
This one will become your personal income tax.
Okay.
Okay, so it depends on how much your income in a year that you need to pay tax.
All right.
Okay, that's tax. It's called personal income tax. However, which the personal income tax is a step by step. It's like if you reach this amount of income, you pay this amount, something like that. But if you happen to have a company and then use the company to rent it out, then you have to pay 20% straight from the net profit.
I see. This is, I think, good news for many people.
Yes, of course. Comparing to the foreign countries in Europe or America or other continent, I would say we have a very low tax.
Yeah, right. Is there anything you want to add about this topic?
About condominium, I would say it's a very good investment for foreigner in Thailand. One thing you need to make sure that it is allowing you to own it 100% as a condominium act. Okay, from my experience, right? Sometimes you buy it without noticing it that it's not a condo, it's just an apartment.
Okay.
Which gives you a co-ownership right or something like that, which I will explain it later on in the next episode or later episode. Okay. My suggestion to what is that check first.
All right.
Yeah, check first.
The lawyer checks it for me, right?
Yeah, of course. Correct. Check first and then buy it.
All right. All right. So the lawyer checks it for me.
Thank you. Of
your
course
contact is
I will.
going to be, all your details going to be under this video.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Thanks for today, Edward.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Join me in Facebook and Telegram group. Follow my channel to see more videos like that. Thank you for watching.